Yo, good morning. Welcome to Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks. How you doing? Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or on the Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCP. And as usual, we're broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studios. Spudz-n-Stuff located on the corner of Bakey and Washington in the Ross Center. You can give them a call at 812-402-7783 or hit them up online at spudz-n-stuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudz-n-stuff.com. They're also hiring for delivery drivers and in-store help. So if you want to make some quick money and some everyday tips, that just might be the spot for you. So give them a call. Tell them Nino sent you. 812-402-7783. Got a good show lined up for you. You got to go. Let's see. We got Lil Nas X getting into it with Nike. Again, we'll talk more about that in a little bit. Plus, Space Jam 2, the reviews for the movie, not looking so good. I mean, King James, you might be great on the court, but on the movie theater, people are really not feeling him right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Plus, we got Jeff Bezos donated $200 million to charity today to two different people. We'll tell you who the two different people are after they came back from space. Guess he was feeling real generous, being able to touch back down on planet Earth.
Right.
Plus, Harvey Weinstein, Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein, has been extradited from New York to California to face a second set of rape and assault charges. And the catalytic converter thief, remember them?
Yeah, man.
Been caught. 7 of them arrested in a string in connection with the catalytic converter thefts here in the tri-state. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Plus, the COVID-19 cases in Vanderburgh County are on the rise. 22 new cases reported here in Vanderburgh County alone, and across the state of Indiana, it's rising like crazy. Plus, police and the medics were called to the 700 block of Covert Avenue to investigate a shooting victim on Evansville's South Side. Got a great show lined up for you. It's your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studios. It's Urban Revolution Radio on Live 99. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino, Live 99, broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studios. Spudz-n-Stuff on Washington and Bakey in the Ross Center. I almost said but I got it right. Washington and Bakey Road in the Ross Center. 812-402-7783. Home of the Hungry Man Spud for pickup or delivery. Give him a call. Tell him Nino sent you. And as usual, got my man D Hicks in the building. CEO of Urban Revolution Management. What's good, D?
What's happening this morning, boss?
Man, chilling. Say 7 people been arrested in connection with the string of them catalytic converter thefts.
Somebody left a fingerprint.
Told you they was going international. They was doing too much. They was kind of like the Fast and Furious crew of the catalytic converters.
Right.
They done made their way up into Canada and all of that good stuff. They got Canadian officials trying to put serial numbers on catalytic converters now just to try to curb the thefts in some kind of way. But in Franklin County, Kentucky, 7 people have been arrested in connection with a string of catalytic converter thefts. According to the Sheriff's Department, they're facing charges for various crimes, including catalytic converter thefts, armed trafficking in methamphetamines, tampering with physical evidence, receiving stolen property, and organized crime.
Dang.
Man, this was like a real Fast and Furious crew for real. They was on the range. They had the drugs. Why would you include catalytic converters?
The metal.
But that's
the reselling joint part about $200.
Yeah, but that's just like a real weird mix of crimes to put under your portfolio.
Somebody's on the inside, take them joints.
You know, it's like Taco Bell and KFC sharing the same roof. I know you're owned by the same company. I know you're both considered crimes, but 2 of them just shouldn't mix together. I don't want to walk into Taco Bell and smell chicken cooking. I don't want to walk into KFC and smell taco meat. You know what I mean? I would have never thought about catalytic converter thefts when you're thinking about drug dealing. You know, the tampering with physical evidence, that's just something that they threw on top of that. Receiving stolen property, That's coming from the catalytic converter theft as well. But organized crime, that means it's somebody, a ringleader, that actually thought, hey, we're going to do the drugs, we're going to get this platinum.
Catalytic converter. That's got to be in her jet.
Oh, my God. They say detectives from the Franklin County Sheriff's Office indicted 7 individuals in relation to various crimes, armed trafficking. Say dating back to late May, detectives began investigating these crimes in Franklin County, ranging from burglary, thefts, and trafficking in controlled substances. Say all of the cases are still pending right now. And as the cases develop, the sheriff's office says it was found that all the cases involved numerous suspects in many different aspects. They say the multiple search warrants were executed in the Bald Knob area, where thousands of dollars in stolen property were recovered. At one location, a stolen Jeep and tractor.
Damn. Is it the tractor too, huh?
The Jeep and tractor that had been previously reported stolen, along with approximately 130 grams of suspected crystal meth. Now, you don't have to suspect it if you
know what it is. It's going to turn blue.
You know that's what it do.
Tidy bowl, man.
Boy, they broke bad, real bad in this one, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's Breaking Bad 2.0. Say the sheriff's office said the drugs were found in a safe, along with numerous pistols and rifles. And another location was searched, and a stolen ATV. I'm about to say ATM, but that's a V. That's not an M.
ATM.
They're really doing that, but that's just as bad, though. They got a stolen ATV, numerous chainsaws from when they had to cut the pipes and stuff for the catalytic converters, stolen liquor, and man, they had the whole mob ring going on right here.
They had operation.
These are the new untouchables right here, almost. It's like the Southern Al Capones down. They got the pistols, the guns, ATVs, chainsaws, meth, drinks, track. Oh my God!
Yeah. Wow.
I was waiting on them to say moonshine, but I ain't seen that.
I ain't seen on that.
Ain't seen the moonshine in the list yet. So, at another location, a number of stolen catalytic converters were recovered. 2 of which are believed to be the ones that were reported stolen from the Memorial Day holiday from Steiger's truck sales. S-T-I-G-E-R-S. Is that Stigers or Steigers? Sorry if I'm messing it up. But it said the sheriff's office said members of the same group are also suspected of stealing converters from the Neil Huffman dealership and the State Motor Pool on Wilkinson Boulevard. Oh my God, they stole it
from the state, man, from the government.
They ain't got no heart. I'm talking about They stole from the church. They just stole from the government. They just stole from the dealerships. They
probably got some bodies out there too, Jeff.
Man, if you had a catalytic converter, they was coming for it. They was coming to get it. They were told that the damages to the vehicles would be in excess of $50,000 for all the cattle, just from the catalytic converters. Man. Said numerous burglaries and thefts were committed across the county, even including here in Vandenberg. They haven't linked them here to the Vandenberg County ones yet, but I can imagine, that if you find all those, it's not too many people doing a ring of catalytic converter thefts. In the area, you probably send a few of them out and then bring them all to that one location. That's why they get into organized crime stuff. But say 7 people been arrested so far. More arrests are to come. So maybe the catalytic converter theft ring has finally been shut down, and we can all breathe a little easier knowing that our cars will start up correctly when we come out in the morning. Let us know. Do you know anyone who was a victim of the catalytic converter thieves? Have you ever had your car or catalytic or a part of your car stolen before? Let us know. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99, broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studios. Spudz-n-Stuff located on Bakey and Washington in the Ross Center. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or place your order online. It's the home of the Hungry Man Spud. Tell him Nino sent you. And as usual, got my man D Hicks with me. What's good, D?
What's happening this morning, Bo?
Man, chilling, man. This week's artist of the week is Mike Lucas. Got Addicted and My Life in rotation right now. And it's exclusively here on Live 99. And if you haven't heard it just yet, you can hear it as many times as you want to during the replay of our podcast on youtube.com/Urban Revolution Radio. I think it's yesterday or Monday's episode podcast has a song, My Life, after the interview with him. You can check it out. Our artist of the week this week is Mike Lucas. And if you would like to be considered to be our next independent artist of the week or entrepreneur of the week, all you have to do is submit a clean MP3 version with a brief description of your music or business endeavor to our email at ninoincognito@gmail.com. We'll give it a listen. If it's on point, we'll show it as much love as humanly possible, just like Mike Lucas out of North Carolina by way of Philly. Got Lil Nas X back in the news. He has been reportedly supposed to be going back to went back to court Monday in a lawsuit against Nike about those blood shoes and everything.
He may as well give it up, man. Money not long enough, Jack.
But apparently it was a hoax. It was a promo gag. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be. Lil Nas X claimed he was going to court to address his controversial Satan shoes, but apparently it was all a promo for his impending video with Jack Harlow for the Kanye West produced single "Industry Baby," according to Hip Hop DX. They got a courtroom clip showing Nas sitting at the table looking like a defendant, and he's also playing the judge as well, talking to himself. And a lawyer also played by Lil Nas X, who acts like he doesn't know his client's name. So it's like a rigged courtroom case where the deck is stacked against him. That's the idea behind the video. He said that Lil Nas X say this is much more about the shoes. It's a poignant social commentary on the criticism that he's faced since revealing his sexuality. Even the point
what does he expect? Huh? What the hell does he expect?
I mean, but
the comments on his sexuality, because he put it out there like that.
But that's what I was just about to say. He's putting it out there.
He's exploiting it like that.
Putting it out in people's faces.
Right. For lack of a better term, he can't expect nothing but the backlash.
People don't care. There are a lot of gay artists, gay actors, gay singers. Around it. We don't really. That's not really the point of it. If
no,
your music is good, your music is good.
Right.
How many years people thought Prince was gay? People thought Rick James was gay. People thought Michael Jackson was gay. Didn't know what Michael Jackson was.
Right.
But they still listen to his music because it was good music. But if you're not making good music and you're trying to be controversial, that's just a recipe.
Just a recipe for disaster.
You know what I mean? And you're trying to do the behind the back deal with Nike. By putting blood in the shoes and then trying to resell them as your own brand, which is theft in itself. You can't take somebody else's product, just throw your own sticker or whatever, and then just act like it's your own.
And whoever's surrounded by him should have known that.
But I don't think he really. A lot of this stuff is just to build up the controversy in itself.
Okay.
Good publicity, bad publicity, it's all publicity, depending on how you work and how you spin it.
Right.
Say Lil Nas X say this is more about. This is much more about being much more about the shoes. He said, does your mama know you're gay? That's one of the lines, I guess, from the judge. The prosecutor telling Lil Nas X as the defendant. He's talking to himself basically in three different costumes: the judge, prosecutor, defendant, and I guess the defense attorney itself. He's playing an inept defense attorney, angry prosecutor, the judge. So he's playing kind of like Eddie Murphy style, playing.
Well,
I'll
be the first to say that I don't think he has any talent.
That
showmanship, yes,
yeah,
but talent, I don't see it. The
first song that he came out with, with the cowboy thing, that was a novelty. That first one, it played on everything. People were trying to figure him out, everything, what he's all about. But then when it came out that he was gay, and then the country community kind of shunned him, that was actually pretty good for him because he kind of rolled that way. Y'all didn't know that you didn't know what I was wearing. But then they try to keep just pushing it out there. Getting more and more and more extravagant with not just promoting the music, but it's just the overt, look at me, I'm gayness is overshadowing the music.
True. Because people looking at him, then more or less the lyrics of the song. Right.
You putting blood in your shoes and twerking on the devil and all this kind of other stuff. It really takes away from the music itself. And which is, to me personally, really not all that great music. Like you said, I've never really been a Lil Nas X fan like that, but it was a catchy little ditty back in the day that we played on the top 40 station. But that's all. It wasn't nothing that I would bump. In my car.
Roll down Grand River bump.
But just to try, now this thing about just getting publicity, just trying to attract attention, to himself, stay, it's like Trick Daddy, doing whatever you can to try to stay relevant, no matter how good or bad. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, according to Lil Nas X, they say when you have to go to court on money over Satan's shoes and might have to go to jail, the caption reads, but your label keeps telling you to make TikTok videos. So the Satan shoe controversy began in March after Lil Nas X and the clothing company MSCHF.
And they should have known, but they just took their kids' money, dog.
That was just some, that's some bootleg company that even found.
Yeah, and they just took his money,
no
man.
Real clothing company.
No.
Trying to take that.
Exactly.
Blood in the shoes.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
The upside down crosses and Satan emblems on it. So I mean, like I say, no, this is not really about you being gay and your sexuality. I mean, it's really more about the devil worshiping aspect that you try to
right.
What's your mental state right now? That's what we're really trying to.
Right.
Like when what's your man Alice Cooper was biting the heads off crows. Back in the day,
Ozzy Osbourne too.
Was it Ozzy? Osbourne, that's what I meant. Right. Alice Cooper was a weird one too, with the black eyelid
snakes and stuff like that. God.
Man. And then Kiss, Rock grew back with the fire. Your man,
Gene Simmons,
Gene Simmons with the law spitting fire out of things. So there have been some wild and crazy and over the top acts that have had some kind of, I want to say satanic or demonic themes, or kind of. Dark themes to them, but this kind of episodes, it really is just attention seeking to me, like screaming
to stay relevant,
right? And it really has, and the music, as I said, the music really isn't all of that great. His singing prowess isn't really up there, so I really think he should spend more time learning how to sing a little bit better. Than to try to do all of this controversy.
Trick Daddy can sing.
Honestly,
I don't care if he's gay or not, but like I said, though, what he's doing, man, is irrelevant, bro.
Yeah, but just the attention seeking for the attention seeking. Yeah, we're more concerned about you worshiping the devil than we are about you being gay, dude, because you might be killing chickens in the background and doing human sacrifices or something crazy like that.
Don't know what he's doing, bro.
That's what we're more worried about over anything. So, Industry Baby arrives this Friday, July 23rd. You can check out the teaser at Hip Hop DX if you're still interested in figuring out and finding out what Lil Nas X is up to. In April, Nike released a statement explaining that MSCHF has agreed to initiate a voluntary recall to buy back any Satan shoes and Jesus shoes for their original retail prices to remove them from circulation. I didn't even know he had Jesus shoes. Maybe that was the other side. Maybe he should have circulated them better. That probably would have got a little bit more, how Kanye went to the Jesus side and Jesus walked and, maybe he should have went that way. Jesus loves us all.
Right.
The kind of thing. Even if you're gay, Jesus still loves you kind of thing. That probably would have got a little bit more of an acceptance than.
I wonder how many pairs that he sold of those shoes.
Ooh, man, enough to get a lawsuit. One pair is enough. Let Nike find out you sold one pair.
And that makes you wonder about the stability of the people that bought those.
Man,
you feel me?
Hey, to each his own. It's a whole bunch of them out there, but you got to know where to toe the line. The difference between artistic expression and just screaming for attention. Right. Let us know what you think. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks. Urban Revolution Radio, it's your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB, broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studios. Spudz-n-Stuff located in Bakey and Washington in the Ross Center. Give them a call at 812-402-7783. Tell them Nino sent you. Log online at Spudz-n-Stuff. Spuds with a Z, spudz-n-stuff.com. And we got LeBron James catching some flack.
As he should.
for the new Space Jam movie that just came out. You know, and I gotta say, I was very, very wary about this movie to begin with. I'm always weary about remakes.
Yeah, me too. You read mine. You know, remakes just don't do it, but they had to do something for this generation.
But it's a remake just for the sake of a remake. It wasn't a necessary remake. Nobody wanted to see LeBron James redo
the Space Jam.
If you could have anything, you could have did a re-release of Michael Jordan's Space Jam.
Right, an anniversary edition or something like that. Right.
They're not just recreating it like that, trying to make a new event. Because it really wasn't that catchy of a movie to begin with. It was just a novelty seeing Michael Jordan in a movie interacting with cartoons. Okay, that's cool. That's goofy with the over-the-top dunks with his arm stretched out 12, 13 feet, all that good stuff. But like I said, if you want to, like you say, have this generation's Michael Jordan.
And that's what it did, bro.
But give him his own style, his own. Don't just try to recreate and stuff. Because then that keeps even the more the argument up of the who's better between Michael Jordan and LeBron James.
Everybody,
especially when you're walking directly in his shoes.
Everybody in the right mind knows because every still LeBron is made, he's falling behind Jordan's shoes.
You know, and
from the movies.
But how can you in one breath try to tout that you know, the greatest basketball player ever, you did that, but you walking in the footsteps, step by step of the guy in front. You can't claim to be better than the guy in front of you when you trying to do the exact same thing.
I agree with you. I had no argument.
Doing it as well as he did it.
I agree with you. I had no argument. But I do argue with some of the fellas all the time about LeBron. Homie.
Man, come on. It's a whole bunch of, I know I wear,
right,
when I wear my Lakers shirt, it kind of
man. That's how I get that shirt on.
That exact same right. We got the matching outfit and everything. I wear that LeBron shirt just to piss people off. You know what I mean? Because it's just, stop comparing these guys. That's it. I think it diminishes their own careers on a whole by allowing this being compared to the previous generation stuff over and over and over and over again. First, you're wearing his number, then you're trying to complete his stats, you're trying to do his movies, remake his movies and all that. But you'll never be able to shine in your own spotlight if you're always trying to recreate something that somebody else already did.
Somebody's already a trendsetter for their
right. Shine in your own light, shine in your own area. I like how Shaq did. Shaq didn't recreate any other basketball players.
No,
he didn't do Shazam. He did.
They did.
Yeah, Shazam and Steel.
Yeah, that's Steel. Right. You know what I mean? Right.
And he went on. Nobody ever did that before.
No, nobody can do that. But Shaq.
And he did it in a comedic way. It wasn't like Shaq wasn't following in anybody else's shadow.
No.
You know what I mean? Even under any big center. He didn't play like any other big center. He didn't adopt any other big center's name. He didn't say, oh, yeah, this was mine. He did his own thing. He knew he was just the biggest guy in the NBA at that time till Yao Ming showed up.
Yeah.
But he played on it. You can't stop me. Ooh.
Right.
And that's what it is. But then when you got players like Kobe, rest him, LeBron, all these other cats that come out wearing 23, 24 because I'm one greater.
You gotta take Kobe out of the equation, dog. Because Kobe was a beast.
Yes.
All on his own.
No.
He didn't trend off any booty.
No, don't say that.
Who, man?
Are you one of them?
Yeah, I am.
You one of them?
Yeah,
I can't. Dude, you surprising me right now, Joe. You surprising me. You can't sit up here and say that Kobe Bryant ain't try to follow lock footstep in Michael Jordan footprints. From the licking out of the tongue, from the leaning back when he do his dribble, trying to bump him up, to trying to do the dunks in the same, the cradle to grave.
Right.
He imitated everything Michael Jordan did down the line to win his number, even going so far as to go to number 24, saying that I'm one greater. No, you trying to do everything that this guy did in his generation, but you're just not doing it as well. It can't be somebody else.
Right.
Do you and be you. Don't come out trying to imitate and be the next somebody else. Right. That's what I tell my kids. And don't be the next me. Don't imitate. Be the first you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Nobody can ever take that away from me. You know what I mean? I lead the way. I lead my, you know what I mean? But you take it in your own direction and do what you do.
Right.
Don't, you know what I mean, try to imitate and do what I do. I don't need you to come in and be my kid to be radio broadcasters. I don't need them to throw parties. I don't need them, you know, to do exactly what I did. But just follow my example of find out what it is that you like doing and then find out the way to get paid doing it. Take that mantra from me and take that up. But don't try to imitate everything I do, lockstep, and bang, 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 like that. Never.
It's called the blueprint.
That, you know, and that's what I think, you know, Kobe and both LeBron did. These kind of new generation players, Michael Jordan set that bar so high because before Mike, it was Dr. J.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Dr. J kind of set that bar for the, you know, the
dunk contest,
the outstanding player, the outlandish player, the standout player, you know, that kind of, you know, he was the first one to jump from the free throw line.
Yeah.
People don't know that. Dr. J was the first one to do that.
Rock a baby.
You know?
You know it, baby. Shoot.
You know, but even then, Jordan never took on Dr. J's number. Jordan never said, I'm the next Dr. J, or never compared like that, you know.
And even Jordan never really been part of this discussion to say that he's even been there. I'm the greatest. LeBron's always, well, I think maybe a couple, I'm not saying always, but maybe a couple times LeBron might have said, I consider myself the best player in the world. Jordan never once said anything in all the time.
No, Jordan would have never said that. Jordan was on the court and in interviews, he was a professional. He was humble. He led by example on the court. And that was the difference that I think that a lot of players don't realize and give Jordan credit for.
Right.
He made everybody else around him better. He didn't use everybody else around him to make himself look better. See what I'm saying? And there's a big difference of that. You know, when you get players like LeBron and Kobe, they get teams and get people around them that's going to make them look better. Right. You know, versus Mike say, hey, no, I take the pay cut, you know, get that money to them, get that money. I need that guy. We're going to do this together. You wouldn't have known who a BJ Armstrong was or a Steve Kerr, Bill Winnington. You wouldn't know who none of these guys was. Bill Cartwright. If Jordan wasn't giving them the ball, say, hey, when I get it to you, shoot. I remember when he threw the ball, he told Bill Winnington, if you don't shoot, the next time I throw you the ball, I'm throwing the ball at your head. I'm giving you the ball for a reason. You know what I mean? Right. So, but like I say, this Space Jam is getting bad reviews. It's a real unnecessary movie, a real box office flop. You see, over the weekend, tons of memos on tons of memes, on social media popped up about how no one was going to see the movie in theaters. You know, I don't know anybody who even thought about going to see it.
I know a few fools went and seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they tell you they thought about it? Or did they tell you anything about what they thought about it?
They said it was more or less a kid movie.
I mean, definitely.
But most people that are making comments are adults.
Right, and I think that's where
another confusion is there.
This generation of kids don't know nothing about Bugs Bunny.
No, they don't.
They don't know Daffy Duck.
They don't know Daffy Duck.
That's not their
forte. So LeBron should do another concept with maybe.
So they have to connect LeBron back to who are these Looney Tunes?
Yeah, who's Bugs Bunny? Right, exactly.
They don't know that's not really that cartoon of this generation. So I think that was kind of a wasted effort on their part with the Space Jam. I think LeBron, if they wanted to put him in the movie, I think it should have been on maybe a more relevant or up to date.
Should have came out on Amazon Prime.
You know, he's been added to Fortnite now. This is what this was all about, though.
Okay.
You know, they just added a LeBron James King character to Fortnite. So they trying to get him into the kid genre, get him on to the kid.
Yeah, Jordan was too, though.
You know, but I just think they could have went straight to Fortnite.
Right, and been done with it.
But LeBron got the check. You know, so he didn't do anything wrong. I'm not considering him doing anything wrong, except for the fact of your agent should have told. Yeah, I can't even say that because your agent just gonna tell you, hey man, it's gonna be a lot of money. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know, nobody's gonna tell them the truth. Like, dude, this really not gonna be good for your career. You can do a better movie if you really want to do a movie. Right. Don't.
I'd rather see LeBron in an action movie or something.
Yeah, you know what was that? Robin did. Was it a Mission Impossible movie or something like that?
Yeah, something like a comedy / action movie.
LeBron, then they had what was your man that was in the Matrix? The tall white dude, the center that was in the Matrix. The Matrix 3 when he was in the library fighting the tall dude with the book.
Who was it?
He was a basketball. It was a Sadek. Is it Sadek? What's it?
I don't know, bro. I know you talking about.
Yeah, but it could have been better used. But Space Jam is really not getting the review that they thought it was going to be. It's really not that great of a movie. Say Warner Brothers spent $150 million on the project. So we'll see if they make any
in the box office over the weekend.
Oh, what did it say? 31 million domestically and 22 million worldwide. So 51 million overall. They made a third of it back so far, which is, not really good.
No. Wow.
Not really good at all. But we'll see what it do if the sales pick up. Maybe the home stream and the HBO Max or Disney Plus subscription or something help pick up those sales. But I don't think I think it's just a disconnect of the generations.
Yeah, because of the cartoons.
Yeah, so what do you think? Are you planning on going to see Space Jam, the new one, or have you already seen it? What do you think of it? Let us know, 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hex, broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studios. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-402-7783 and put your order in. Spudz-n-Stuff, home of the hungry man, Spud. And if you want a job, they're hiring for delivery drivers. They got in-store. They want in-store help. You can start a delivery driver $10 an hour plus $1 an hour, $1 per delivery. So that's 11 right there. Then your tip that you can keep. I'm telling you, you can make $5-6 per run. Do about 3 runs an hour. That's $15-16 just in your pocket. Oh man, it can add up real nice. So give them a call over there at 812-402-7783. It's Spudz-n-Stuff right there on Washington and Bakey. Tell them Nino sent you. Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. Amazon guy.
Another entrepreneur.
Another one.
The ultimate entrepreneur.
Yes.
The richest man in the world right now. Just flew into space.
Yeah, I seen it this morning, bro.
Man, and dig this. What I found out, I thought they were doing it with like a pilot in the cockpit. And that was a totally robotic, autonomous spacecraft.
Oh, it
was the Tesla of space rockets. They just put it on autopilot. There was no human pilot in the cockpit. It was just those 6 passengers and the command control crew over in the little station in the building. But they went up. They crossed. I forgot what they called the technical line of it, but they crossed the actual edge of space where you technically become outer space, out of the atmosphere, out of Earth's gravity, not being pulled in. So they got up there, floated around for about 10-15 seconds, and then came back down in the same spot. Now, dig this. Now, you know how when the space shuttles back in the day, most rockets and stuff, when they launch and break off into the ocean, they boost the rocket, landed back on the platform. It's reusable.
While Bezos was in there still?
No, dig this. If the booster rocket had the capsule with the passengers in it, launched it up, the booster disconnected, landed on its own, and came back to the platform. It didn't go into the water. They reusing it.
Well, Virgin Mobile, let's step your game up. Let's step your game up. Yeah, buddy, because... Man, no pilot.
Man, went up, did his thing. The booster thing came back down, landed back on the platform, perfect landing. The other capsule went all the way up, did this little thing. They did their little 15 seconds of free float, looked at the Earth and all that other stuff, and then did they descent, came back down, landed right back on the...
Man, that's all right, Jeff.
They had the oldest and the youngest person to ever go into space on that rocket. They had the first female astronaut who was part of the Apollo, Mercury 13 mission, who actually never got a chance to make it into space because it was still kind of sexist, laws in NASA at that time.
She went up today?
She went up today, so got her first flight and everything. Plus Jeff Bezos and his brother, what's his brother's name? Mark Bezos. Yeah, so they did their little thing, came up. But the killer part is when they came back down, they was feeling real generous.
Man,
real generous.
Oh, he made a lot of money when they went up in there.
dude, man, Amazon stock went up like crazy.
Man, when that rock went up there and landed the way that it did.
You can see that? Yeah. But then he came back that gave Van Jones $100 million for the Courage and Civility in Politics Award. Told him he could donate. So
who is Van Jones
the CNN commentator? The black dude. Yeah, the black dude that used to be in the Obama campaign, black dude with the round gun. $100 million straight in the pocket for him. Thanks for being a stand-up guy on the news, for always telling the truth, for keeping these politicians in line. Help other people do the same thing. Here's $100 million. Bang! Just like that. Then not only did it once, he did it twice. What's the other dude he gave it to? What's his name? Jose Andres. He's a chef. What was it? And his name?
A lot of mad Trump supporters, Jet.
Man, look, it's Andres, who's poured his effort into feeding those in need around the world, said the award itself cannot feed the world on its own, but this is a start in a new chapter for us. None of us knew it was coming, but they're glad that it did.
I know they are too.
So that's $200 million. Because a lot of people were talking about, are you wasting on me? Even me and you said it the other day. All these billionaires spending all this money, going up into outer space. They could be using that money a lot better to figure out.
Bezos proved us wrong.
Put their money where their mouth is. Shut me right up.
Shut me up, dog.
I'm telling you, shut me right on up. Came back down, handed Van Jones and Jose. What's his name? I'm sorry. I keep mispronouncing his name. Jose Andres. I hope that's Andres. Jose Andres. Both of them $100 million in the pocket for being upright citizens, standing up for what's right, telling the truth, even when everybody else is shouting lies all around you. So big ups to Jeff and Mark Bezos doing the thing. I mean, the philanthropists, entrepreneurs. Oh my gosh, social activists now, and now they're astronauts. They are technically astronauts. Went up into space. Let us know, would you take a ticket to go up into space?
No need.
You wouldn't take it for free?
I won't fly.
They would say you'd be the first radio personality in outer space?
No need to go down.
You wouldn't. You don't even like flying in airplanes, let alone going up in outer space. No. DX, he got that Mr. T syndrome right now. I guess when we start traveling nationwide, we're going to have to drug him like Mr. T to get him on the plane. Else he going to be like John Madden taking buses everywhere. Like
yeah,
you have to leave like 2-3 days in advance.
Man, I got to drive for that too, homie.
Let us know. Would you take a free ticket into outer space from Jeff Bezos or Richard Branson? Let us know. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studio. Spudz-n-Stuff located on Bakey in Washington and the Ross Center here in Evansville. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or log online at spudz-n-stuff.com. Spuds with a Z. Spudz-n-stuff.com. It's the home of the hungry man. You can place your order for delivery or pick up online directly and tell them Nino sent you. And as usual, got my man D Hicks on the right-hand side. What's good, D?
Good morning, both.
Man, Harvey Weinstein back in the news. He kicked off the Me Too movement back in the day. You know, he was sentenced in 2020 to 23 years in prison in the New York Department of Corrections following the rape and assault charges that he was facing. Now he has been flown and extradited to L.A., where he's wanted on trial for charges of attacking 5 women during the course from 2004 to 2013, including charges of forcible rape, forcible oral copulation, sexual battery by restraint, and he's a predator, boy. He thought he was 7 shades. What did he say?
50 Shades, dog.
7 Shades of Weinstein.
I don't know, dog.
My man was trying. We was doing all of it. Forcible rape, forcible oral copulation, sexual assault by restraint, sexual battery, sexual penetration by use of force, and if convicted, Weinstein could spend the rest of his. I mean, he could already spend the rest of his life in prison,
right?
Anyway, you know, what I mean, how he's 69 years old right now, just been sentenced to 23 years, so he could, at the earliest, he'd be out. He'd be 93 years old, just on that one charge, that one conviction in New York. He'd be 93 years old just on that. Now, if they do it consecutively instead of concurrently with this new charge that he's got, he ain't never get out. That's just, once you get up to a certain age and you get a certain number, it's just life in prison.
Right.
Just call it that. Life in prison, possibility of parole after 10 years. You know, maybe. Yeah. If you're still alive after 10 years or 20 years, we might consider you, you know, if you're 93.
Right. Dang.
You know, and I know they mad. They didn't let Bill Cosby out.
I know his legal team hot.
Man, they about to lock Weinstein up twice. He'd have been locked up since he'd have been locked up since 2019.
They're looking for all types of temperatures right now.
Man, he said he's been fighting the extradition to California on medical grounds, citing diabetes, cardiac problems, and back and eyesight problems. He gets too old.
He deteriorating, man.
You know what I mean? But still, just because you're too old and too frail to face charges,
right?
Okay, we just gonna convict you. You just gonna spend the rest of your life in the medical
ward, right?
You know what I mean? You know, guilty by medical reasons. You know, whatever. So you just go. But he's still been found guilty in New York. So whether they extradite him or not, that's what he's trying to fight. He don't want to go out to California. But I mean,
they don't get him anyway.
He don't have to be extradited. Just in this day and age right now, for real, they can have his court, you know, his trial by remote.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
Him and his lawyers can meet by remote. Whatever lawyers he has representing him in California and everything. Anything they can do in person, they can do by Zoom.
Yes, Skype.
You know, Skype, Zoom. Yeah, right. They having trials and court cases up in Vanderburgh County Courthouse all the time. You don't even get to see the judge face to face.
No, sure don't.
They walk into the little room with the TV up there. You look up at the judge. They read your case. All right, next. Boom. And you out of there. You know, so they can take care of all of that. So I don't see how that's going to help them. They're trying to stall out as much as possible. But since you've already been convicted on the one, no grounds for appeal whatsoever. You know, they didn't even say they're going to try to appeal, you know, the other one, you know, so they're just trying to fight the extradition. They said they'll be fighting so that, quote unquote, Harvey can receive his needed medical care so that he can be treated fairly. Due process, presumption of innocence, and a fair trial are still his right, says his spokesman, Judy Engelmeyer, in a statement yesterday. But, you know, once you've already been found guilty of one, presumption of innocence goes out the window.
Yes, with that.
I mean, they can't use the evidence in the other trial.
But people's on juries already thinking about.
Right. You know, you already
tainted, man.
In the court of public.
Right. So it's over, man.
We'll see what it do. Bill Cosby's out. Harvey Weinstein's going back in. Hopefully Bill Cosby can stay out and don't do nothing stupid. You know, he's been trying to get his little comedy tour up and running. People have been rejecting him. No club really wants to have him right now. He probably is going to do like a private stream of some kind, you know, on a web. I would suggest he just do it on a website. Don't go through a streaming platform like HBO Max.
Yeah.
Just stay away from him right until all this stuff. Let Harvey Weinstein take all of this publicity right now because he's about to
he already get it though, Jack.
You know, so just let him take care of all of that and get all the buzz and just put all the blame on him for right now. So let us know what you think. Do you think Harvey Weinstein's going to end up getting tried in California? Do you think he's too old to stand trial? Do you think they should throw the book and the gavel at him? Let us know. 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let me know what you want to hear. 812-402-7783 or hit them on the Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Broadcasting live from the Spudz-n-Stuff studios as usual. Me and my man D Hicks. What's good, D?
What's happening this morning, boss?
Man, chilling, man. Got the Indiana reporting 22 new COVID cases in Vanderburgh County alone.
Since the last 28 we reported on earlier?
Man, it said on Tuesday, the Indiana State Department of Health reported 713 new coronavirus cases and 5 new deaths. So the Indiana pandemic total is now 762,127 confirmed cases and 13,530 out of the over 660,000 reported deaths nationwide here in the state of Indiana alone. And the map shows 22 new cases in Vanderburgh County alone, 6 new cases in Ward County, 5 new cases in both Posey and Gibson County, 4 new cases in East Pike, Du Bois, Spencer, and 1 new case coming out of Perry County. There were no new reported deaths yet in the Indiana counties, just 22 new cases here in Indiana. So
wow.
Who's just ages 12 and older can get vaccinated. Walk-up clinics are available in most areas. And you can also schedule an appointment at ourshot.indiana.gov if you're thinking about getting the shot. But like I say, we're once again talking about how the government, the country is opening up way too fast.
Right to the myths about the COVID-19.
Oh, right. Helping you understand the COVID-19 vaccine facts and myths. To say myth, you can get COVID-19 from receiving the vaccine. Fact, no, you can't. This is according to the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, the clinic here in Vanderburgh County. You know, both Derek and I, both veterans. You know, he's Army, I'm Marine Corps. You know, so they have a list of myths and facts that they're handing out about COVID-19, which a lot of people are riding on the myths,
right?
Why they're not getting the vaccine instead of riding on the facts of maybe why they're not getting the vaccine and
right.
they want to wait. You know, I'm riding on the fact that I want you to work out all of these side effects.
Right? Yeah, Jack. Right.
You know, they still talking about even if you've been fully vaccinated, got both shots, you're still going to have to get a booster shot anyway from the Delta variant, and you're still asking you to wear the mask again anyway.
Inside.
They're shutting it back down because they said the Delta variant is 1,000 times more transmissible than the original one. 1,000 times. So that means that you, even though you have the vaccine, even though you have the vaccine that stops your body from interacting with it and stop you from catching those symptoms,
I don't believe
you can still cough it out. And if somebody else doesn't have that vaccine, just the same way it is, they can still get it. You know what I mean? The vaccine is not like killing the coronavirus. It's just stopping your body from interacting with. So when these new variants come out, they find new and better ways of trying to interact. So they have to come back faster, stronger, harder, more powerful. Bionic viruses. It's already been proven. The Biden administration has an investigation that's been confirming that the variant, these coronavirus cases were created in the lab. Man-made, man. And it's we all knew. You know, they said they already reported that you said those two Chinese scientists who had it. They were supposed to have been put under quarantine, but the Chinese government tried to cover it up and everything. And it just ends up spreading. It's always somebody messing around in the lab with something that they ain't supposed to be messing with. Just seeing how they can make it worse or strong. Like what is they trying to make the most intelligent shark on planet like the moon? Why would you want to do that? Why are the scientists doing this kind of stuff? You know,
they have nothing to do with their money, dog.
Man. It's one of the myths that say you already had COVID, so you don't need the vaccine. So that's no longer true. They already got people who got both doses of the vaccine and who already had COVID as well and can still catch it again.
Right.
It's telling you it's not 100% against anything. It's that the more you put yourself in the pit of the snake, the more chances you are of getting bit. So even if you do have the virus, you don't have the vaccine. If you're going into the stadiums, if you're going into these grocery stores, if you're going into these packed concerts and gatherings and rallies without your mask on and you breathing in all of the virus stuff that the other people who probably haven't been vaccinated, or even if they have been vaccinated, they're spitting out that 1,000 times more potent Delta variant now. So everybody, you still have a chance of getting it, even if you have been fully vaccinated with both shots. They're telling people that you might still even have to get that booster once a year.
Right, once a year.
Like the regular flu shot, even after you had the initial 2 vaccines or the full vaccination, depending on which shot that you're going to get. Another myth to say you can stop wearing a mask once you've had the COVID-19 vaccine. False. You still, like we just said, according to the VA and according to the Centers for Disease Control, you still have to wear your mask because just because you're not showing symptoms, you can still be a carrier, still be a spreader. So people, let's stop acting like it's over with. Let's stop acting like the coronavirus is disappearing and we don't have to wear a mask. I know people are getting cabin fever. I know people want to get back out and try to enjoy somewhat of the summer that they can possibly try to get while it's still out. But man, you can still enjoy the summer from your backyard and just enjoy it 6 feet separated from everybody else. You don't have to be all in everybody's faces, coughing and breathing and sneezing and all of that stuff to enjoy the things that you really like to enjoy. Just enjoy them a little bit more at a distance. Keep your mask on.
That's it.
Unless you're actually putting some food in your mouth, taking a drink. If you're stepping out, if you're smoking, if you want to step out and have a smoke, but just make sure you're doing it from a distance from somebody else. Right. If you're out there in public, we're not talking about what are you doing in the privacy of your own home. If you're working from home, if you just got you and your kids out, if y'all can really go out and interact in large groups of social gatherings and things like that, if you have religious or medical disabilities that prevent you from getting the vaccine, just be able to stay away and keep that double arm's length distance from people who you don't interact with on a daily basis. That's all it is. Act like everybody else is sick. Right. Whether you got your virus or just think about everybody else on the planet might be sick and that your defense system might not hold up. It's like the force shield on Star Wars or Star Trek. You can put your force shield up, but if they shoot you 1,000 times, hey, shields are down to 13%, Captain. Yeah, buddy. So don't put your shields up, into harm's way on purpose. Don't go out there, and trying to get into these crowds too early. Let this coronavirus spread die down. We still got about another year or so to get out. Just get your people. If you're a small business, just get the PPP loan. Pay your employees so they don't have to go on unemployment and put the burden on the state and all that kind of stuff. Federal government is handing out all this tax money back out to people, back out to the businesses. So there's no reason for any more businesses to go out of business if you don't want to go out of business. So hopefully we can get these cases back under control and get life back to normal within the next couple of years. But also in local news, police and medics were called to the south side of Evansville, the 700 block of Covert Avenue, yesterday morning, about 3 a.m, and said that the victim had been shot and beaten. According to the police, they say the incident had happened hours earlier, and the police just happened to be investigating shots fired around the same area and saw this victim. So the victim was taken to a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, although they were serious. But there are currently no suspects in this shooting and beating.
Sopranoed him, then, didn't
you know what I mean? No, the man came in and got him like a ninja. And death.
Yeah, bro.
No witnesses, no video cameras. So if the police are saying, anything about what went down on the 700 block of Covert Avenue around 3:30 in the morning on Tuesday, give them a call and let them know so they can find out who beat this man and who shot him. The shots were fired. He took one of those bullets and was beaten. So hopefully, I don't know if he was the main one or if he just happened to be in the wrong place.
In the wrong place at the wrong time.
At the wrong time. So police need your help. Give your local precinct a call if you have any information about this incident. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks, broadcasting live from the spudz-n-stuff studios. Yo, and that will do it for another edition of Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino. Hope you had just as much fun as I did. Did you, D?
Yeah, it's been a blast, man.
Man, glad you had some fun, man. Jeff Bezos, all these billionaires going into outer space. If you're thinking about going into outer space, this might be your chance. They say they're trying to get the tickets down to possibly $100 per person. They're currently no, they're working on it, man. I'm gonna keep you up to date on it. But
Amazon they put before, a really before Virgin will.
Oh yeah, Jeff.
Virgin's already charged about $250,000.
Yeah, and but Amazon already got them beat. They only charge $25,000.
Oh, it's over with. Yeah,
so they're trying to work it from $25,000. Yeah. They said they're going from $25,000 to $2,500 to maybe $100.
Okay,
per person.
But though, that's just I don't know.
You ain't going either.
Not going all.
Don't forget to join us tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel from 8 until 10 for Urban Revolution Radio, broadcasting live from the spudz-n-stuff studios. Check out our Artist of the Week, Mike Lucas, with his songs Addicted and My Life, currently in rotation on Live 99. You can check out the replay every weekday of the podcast on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Urban Revolution Radio. Got anything else you need to add?
No, sir.
All right, man. It's been a blast. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.